Alright, this is Wolfman issue 17 by Barney Baldwin and Jason Byrne. The first part in this short run on Wolfman's title, which features Super Cocaine. The cover is actually sort of a screw you to Christopher Clairvoyant, which I can get behind. He had wanted this title to fail, so when he was writing it, he kept Wolfman out of costume and focused on this low-rent swashbuckler rubbish, with him being a weird man from Uncle Pirate. They're saying fuck it here, and now Wolfman is actually being Wolfman in the Wolfman series. I actually quite enjoy these issues by Barney Baldwin and Jason Byrne. They are a mix of straightforward and utterly ridiculous. We open here with Wolfman hunting a boar, and then we get to see Wolfman being feral and killing the boar, and then eating it raw in his undies. Impossible to believe that this was considered Marvel's coolest character, isn't it? Airy little runt munching down on a dead carcass. He is interrupted by storms, and Wolfman is embarrassed that she has seen his animal sides. And she says she knows Wolfman is more than an animal. And I like this little bit. A nice little character bit for Storms. Dare I say, a better character piece for Storms than anything Christopher Clairvoyant ever wrote featuring her. So then Wolfman decides to fuck off to his usual haunt away from the excellent men, which is Blackpool. Wolfman gans to Blackpool. Almost all of this series so far has taken place in Blackpool. And now Wolfman is back in Blackpool. And we see him having a bar fight with one of his regular sparring partners, Roughouse. Roughouse is a hired goon working for one of the crime lords in Blackpool, and Wolfman often crosses paths with him. Roughouse was introduced in issue 4 of this series by Christopher Clairvoyant and Sal Buscema, that is John Buscema's brother. He and Sport Scream are muscle for the local mob. Roughouse is a generic strongman. Sport Scream is a pseudo-Dracula. And I hate the way Rughouse's name is spelt, because Christopher Clairvoyant apparently cannot spell. I don't know who, when, or why, but at some point, I'm not even going to assume who did it, but I have a pretty damn good guess. At some point, they decided to reveal Roughouse is from Fairyland, from 4. And that's fucking stupid and pointless. Why can't Wolfman just be fighting some strong man? Why does everything have to be related and everything have to be a fucking tiny universe? And nobody is normal. It's all the same bollocks where they're actually something else from another dimension. None of that shite in these issues, I am glad to say. Roughouse gets a lot of play in this run, and in this, I like Roughouse. I like the idea of Wolfman having this bad guy who is a generic bruiser like that. It's a nice, simple pairing. Someone who Wolfman can cut loose on a bit, and someone that is a bit too dense to turn away from fighting Wolfman. Another good thing about these comics is that it starts to pivot away from the garbage Blackpool setting and its cast of characters. The original Spider-Girl, she's not even in it. She's done with. I don't think she appears again in Wolfman's title until Christopher Clairvoyant comes back around issue 125. Upon losing his bar fight with Wolfman, Roughouse's employer, who is also the uncle of Korma from the New Muties, small universe folks, that's what Christopher Clairvoyant gets you. He is fed up of Roughouse's recent failures and so sells him off to a mysterious buyer. Interesting to see Sports Scream have no loyalty towards Roughouse. I think that presents more character for Sports Scream than any other writer has ever given them, and simply through Sports Scream doing nothing. This mysterious buyer is also making deals with the Prince of Blackpool. Blackpool as a prince now. It is a sort of tacky place that would have one. This deal involves cocaine, the import of cocaine. Wolfman ferreted out a shipment of cocaine coming through customs, and so it was confiscated, and now this mysterious person, let's call him Geist, because that is his name. Geist buys back his cocaine that was seized, and I reckon I should explain Blackpool. Blackpool was introduced in New Muties 32. It is a lawless place, and I thought, alright, I'll do its history and talk about all the big stories that happened there. And then it dawned on me that there are not any. Captain America went there once. That's it. I have to admit, I don't know why I have Wolfman comics. I don't mind these stories, but Wolfman annoys me. Here, he is shown to have just had casual sex with a beautiful woman. You know, the man who only 10 pages ago was in his briefs mutilating an animal. It's too unbelievable that Peter Parker marry a supermodel, but it's fine for an actually disgusting fella to bed a woman that wouldn't piss on him if he was on fire. Wolfman catches scent of the cocaine he previously detected. That is one of his mutie powers, apparently. His senses are so keen, he can detect cocaine. He starts running around, shirtless too. Completely no regard for other people. This is the next morning. Someone could be having their Weetabix and look out the window and see his disgusting airy chest. And they wouldn't be able to touch a breakfast cereal again. Wolfman observes Geist loading up a boat with the shipment of cocaine and a captive Roughouse. Smash cut to a seaman non sequitur of a junkie in New York ganning on a rampage for his next hit. And he puts up quite a fight for Dairy Devil. He is upped up on the same cocaine. It gave him some super abilities, and then he dropped dead. Now, Geist, a cyborg Nazi war criminal, he is wanting to experiment with the special effects of his cocaine on someone else. And that someone else is Roughouse. We close the issue with our title hero in his costume on the side of Geist's boat, concerned because he has heard something that he has never heard before. Roughhouse's scream. If you can deal with all the bullshit, it's good. Wolfman is a character I basically hate, but I would be in denial to not confess there are stories and creative teams that can make use of them. If you want some generic Wolfman action with a wacky plot, these Barney Baldwin issues are decent. There's no talking crabs, but, well, I don't want to spoil the cocaine plot. 7 lines up.